childhood development is a very critical stage of advancement in every human being. If proper care is not given to a child at this stage, critical challenges may surface that will bear a negative impact on an individual for the rest of its life. That is why various stakeholders around the world are striving hard to invest so much in this stage of life in order to harvest productive citizens in the future. Donor Power started implementing a project called Kindy in Machinga district with the aim of constructing safe learning environments of children in kindergarten schools in so many villages after noticing the hazardous conditions that the children were being exposed to. Kindergarten schools were almost inexistent to other villages, while in others, they had this thatched structure made of poles and a grass roof with a small sheet of plastic to protect the children from direct heat of the sunlight. Come rainy season, schools are closed due to the harsh weather conditions to avoid putting lives of both teachers and children at risk.
I'm Sister Giovanna Tosi. I'm a Canossian sister in Malawi since 1987. This is the gift from Project Kindy from Australia, Brisbane, led by Donna. And it is a kindergarten going to benefit the children of this area. The children didn't have a school. They had just a shelter with the grass and 4 poles. And when Donna came to visit Malawi, she realized that the right for education is for everybody, in spite of the fact that we are in a remote village. So little by little, she managed to raise funds, and this is the last gift as for now. Community welcomed it very well, you can imagine. So they were all grateful. They provided the place for the workers. They are contributing, bringing the water for the building, and they are offering their help. They started digging the foundations and they continue with the water every day. I think it is very positive because they can grasp the importance of education for everybody, and they themselves get into that even more. So they see the possibility for their children to have a decent, a beautiful place for education, and to start at the beginning is what makes sense for the future. They will need support for maybe small stationery. They will need some small, how do you call them, these pencils, these crayons, these things that they use for them to develop skills, to develop things that will help them in future. As you can see, in the reality here, they write on the sand, they don't have anything, so these are the things that could be good for them.
Before the rains, a normal school day starts with the mother waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning, does the house chores, makes a fire, and boils water for her child to bath. Later, when the water has been heated, she puts on a pot of porridge as she baths her child, ready for school. After the preparations have been finished, she later escorts her child to school and continues with the rest of her day. For most teachers, it is quite an experience, despite having to deal with challenges, both at an individual level and others being external. Malawi continues to face hard economic situations, which have been accelerated by the coming in of the pandemic. This, however, will automatically have a huge negative impact on the education sector. Millions of children in the country lack a self-learning environment, hence the need of collaboration among different stakeholders to come together to work hand in hand with the government of Malawi in building more schools for early childhood education.